Scarborough, Director of Marketing. And with us today, we have Zach Roach, who is our Vice President for Development. And Zach, before we get started, I'm going to throw you a curveball since I haven't prepped you for this one. But can you explain to everybody kind of what does development mean from a home builder perspective?
Yeah, that's a great question. Our job in development is to take raw land, so raw farmland, and transform it into a community that Ideal Homes can build homes on. And so, development's kind of the cradle to grave aspect of Ideal Homes. We're involved from the day that we decide that we want to go someplace, all the way to the end when we have the very last lot finished. Developments involved around the HOAs, dealing with cities, paving the streets, sewer, water, anything in a neighborhood just about that isn't the house kind of falls under that general umbrella of development.
Very good. Thank you so much for explaining that. I know that gets confusing for us even sometimes, so that's awesome. So today we are here to talk about something really exciting. We've, been talking about it for many months now, and really the day is coming very soon. Like we're talking like a week potentially away that we're going to open our very first community in Tulsa. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what attracted us to the Tulsa area, but specifically to Bixby, because that's where we're going to be building first. And, why the Tulsa area in general, but especially why this community specifically.
Well, I mean, just not enough good things to say about Tulsa. It's a beautiful city in northeast Oklahoma. Wonderful geographic area, rolling hills, beautiful access to lakes and rivers and streams, hiking and fishing and hunting and all sorts of outdoor recreational activities. In addition to that, city of Tulsa has continually reinvented itself, beautiful park systems. The metro area has got walking trails, just lots and lots of interconnectivity. So Tulsa, we think, is a fantastic market, not to mention nightlife, restaurants, easy access across the city, all the things that make for a wonderful city. The Tulsa metro area has it in spades. And so the Bixby specific area is a fantastic community on the south end of Tulsa. Wonderful schools, wonderful quality of life. Bixby is this really interesting blend of small town charm, but access to amenities, great restaurants, nightlife, things to do out there, parks, access to the river. All those different things have made Bixby a very desirable place. And it's a fantastic just vibe when you go down there. I've had a chance to meet with several city officials, go downtown Bixby, which is not far from our development. And everything I've seen has just been top notch. Very impressed with the vision setting for that community and where it's going in general.
That's fantastic. And you guys actually heard from the mayor recently, correct, about kind of where Bixby's going in general.
Yeah, Bixby has got just a very forward-thinking city council and city staff. They're making a lot of reinvestment into their downtown location, which downtown is just a mile north of this development. So lots of things coming, lots of mixed-use development coming to that. And so you're seeing Bixby transform in front of our eyes, and it's a neat place to be. And those guys are really doing a great job setting the vision for that community.
That's great to hear. And I will note that our new community is only like 3 minutes from the nearest Starbucks. So
Yeah.
I feel like we're in prime location.
Yeah.
Um, Tell us a little bit about exactly where in Bixby that our new community, which is named Bixby Village, is located.
Well, Bixby Village is located on the southeast corner of 161st and South Memorial in Bixby, Oklahoma. It's about a quarter of a mile east of the intersection. And one of the most exciting aspects of it, as you can see from the live photo, is it is directly across the street from the Bixby Intermediate School. You could almost throw a football from the front door of the community to the school across the street. So it's well positioned, very, very close to the Bixby High School. Also, as you said, just down the street from lots and lots of amenities, restaurants, bars, gas stations, stores, shops, all sorts of things within very close driving distance.
So speaking of those schools, which location wise, we're so excited to be right across, like you said, from Central Intermediate School. Which, speaking of throwing the football from it, I've heard that the Bixby High School is pretty good at football, so that might be quite possible. But tell us a little bit about more about the Bixby schools. And, what is something that homeowners are going to love about the Bixby School District?
Well, the data on the Bixby schools is very clear. It's an upper echelon school in the state and top tier school in Tulsa. And so, as you look through the grade and the ratings in school, Bixby schools across the board get an A. They have a very low teacher to student ratio, 17 to 1, I believe. So very low. They've obviously done a great job investing in their education, investing in their teachers and their resources. And the data has continued to prove that out. Bixby is a growing school. You can look at the numbers and see enrollment continues to grow year by year. And as you said, Bixby has a fantastic sports culture. I believe they won a state championship here recently. So it is a lot of fun to be supporting the Bixby school area and having our development right across the street from where a lot of things are happening.
I'll also note that Bixby High School is ranked, I think it's number 16 out of all Oklahoma high schools in the state. So, I mean, this is a really top tier high school, and we're so excited to be really right across the street from both it and Central Intermediate School. So going back to the neighborhood specifically, how many home sites are going to be located within this community?
Yeah, so Bixby Village has 70 home sites that are available for sale today and ready to be built upon. So they're going to be averaging about 60 by 100, 60 feet across by about 130 feet deep. And they're going to be just ready to go. Like I said, right now, it's kind of a fun community, a pocket community, if you will, has an entrance with an island on the front and a U-shaped circle drive kind of around it. So easy access, walking distance, pretty much anywhere in the development to the amenities that we're putting in. And it's going to be just a great community to be in.
Yeah, we're really excited about those amenities. Tell us a little bit about, so if, as you guys can see on this map right now of the community, once you come in that entrance, there's a kind of green space right as you enter in, and that's where this community will feature some really spectacular amenities. So, yeah, right there in that image is as you come in the entrance is where they will be. Zach, will you tell us a little bit about what amenities we're going to expect in this community?
Absolutely. So one of the fun things that I'm excited to be able to work on, and one of the most fun parts of my job is getting to plan out the parks and the playgrounds. This Bixby Village community will be no different than any Ideal Homes community we have in our system. We're going to feature lots and lots of amenities. In this particular community, we're going to feature a very large and very nice playground. There's the slide of that that's been pulled up right now. We are in the process of purchasing that and getting that shipped. So I expect that to be going vertical here in the next couple of months. That'll be at the front of that green area of the development that you just look at. So it will be at the front door. We think that's a great way to maintain safety so that kids can be highly visible, have lots of eyes on them as people play over there, and just have a great welcoming and landing spot into that community. In addition to that, we will also have a robust and large splash pad adjacent to that. And so the idea is that if you, during the hot summer months, if you get tired of playing on the playground, you can go and cool off over in the splash pad. And on the splash pad, if you get a little too chilly on the splash pad, you can warm up and go play over on the playground, be able to access both of those. And if you got one kid like I do that likes to play on the playground and another kid like I do that plays on the splash pad, you can have the best of both worlds and set up shop and watch your kids play. Great sight lines, going to wrap it all in a lush green garden feel. So we'll have a lot of landscaping around that, just making a really cool landing spot and place to be outside. Again, walkable with anywhere in the community. So you don't have to drive your car down there. You'll be able to walk down and go ahead and play on that area. Now, if you want to park, there'll be a great parking spot up front. So you can do that as an option, but we do invite and encourage pedestrian traffic to be able to walk to it.
That's one of the things that I love about our communities is being able to get out, meet our neighbors. I live in an ideal homes and neighborhoods community. I know you do, Zach, as well.
Yes.
And That's one of the best things about our communities is really getting to meet all of our neighbors, especially during the spring and summer and fall. Maybe not during the snow,
Sure.
but during those times, it's great to be able to get out there on the playground and splash pad and meet everyone. One thing I do want to note on our neighborhoods and, or excuse me, on our playgrounds and splash pads, is that you all really try to make those as accessible as possible to as many abilities as possible. I don't know if you want to comment just quickly on maybe some of the things that
Yeah.
we do to try to make that happen.
Absolutely, and so that's something that we have continued to evolve with, and it starts with some just very basic and simple stuff like making sure that you have a flat grade to be able to put that on. I know that sounds pretty simple, but it is a very important deal. It's like having a foundation under the house. If you're going to have able access and able ability, you need to have about a 1% grade across your playground. So it's about being intentional and thinking our way through who's going to use this and who's going to move through this. In addition to that, all the playground surfaces are designed with ADA in mind and meet those criteria. The fall zones also meet safety criteria. We feature a lot of transition stations so other abled bodies can be able to swing and play and be out in the group just like any other kid in the neighborhood. And so those are some of the ways that we have been encouraging our designers to help us think through solving that problem and hopefully creating spaces where we have lots and lots of opportunities for kids to play.
That's awesome. I'm so excited about that. I know that you all even had somebody meet you out at one of our playgrounds recently who has different abilities, and they were able to pinpoint even more opportunities for us. So I know that that's something you all work really hard on, which is exciting. Um, I also want to say that, Bixby Village is our first community in Tulsa, which we've been wanting to come to Tulsa for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not our only community that's coming soon. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the future communities that might be coming to the Tulsa area?
Absolutely. So, this location is such a fantastic location that in addition to buying this location, we bought an additional 91 acres literally down the street. So, 161st and South Memorial, we bought on the southwest corner of that a planned PUD called Ellis Ranch. We are actually currently working with the city on making some zoning tweaks. It will absolutely have similar style homes, 60-foot lots for sure. Hopefully going to have some 55-foot lots in there as well. This one's going to feature kind of a fun one where we'll be able to go in from the ground up, design a series of walking trails, amenities, pool, clubhouse, things like that. So again, that's going to be just down the street, about a quarter of a mile away from this location. It's going to feature access to the same schools, same amenities, restaurants, shopping, bars, all those different things that are going on in kind of the South Tulsa and Bixby area. In addition to that, we also purchased about 160 acres of land in Glenpool, not too far away, 181st, and I believe that's Union, if I'm not mistaken, South Union Avenue. And that's going to be in the Glenpool area. That's a master plan community. Will feature, again, lots and lots of access to Highway 75 will be just down the road. Access to South Tulsa very quickly. We'll have extensive playground, ballparks, splash pads, anything you can think of in terms of recreational amenities. That community will have it as well. And so we are in the process of engineering that one and also working on the engineering for our Bixby property called Ellis Ranch. So Carson Trails and Ellis Ranch hopefully be coming to you very soon.
Thank you so much, Zach. And I just want to say to anybody, if you guys are watching this later and you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments. We'd be happy to respond and get you guys more information as you need it. Again, Bixby Village is coming very soon. We're days away from Bixby Village being available for you to start custom building your very own home. So keep a lookout and let us know if you have any questions. Zach, thank you so much for joining us today.